How do you rate those people if they've got a DMV record?
Yeah, so every insurance carrier for the most part is going to ask that either you provide the motor vehicle records for the drivers, or they're going to pull their own.
Yes.
For rating purposes. Progressive is a great example of this. Their system is built to pull the motor vehicle record and look at the violations. Or there's going to be a agreement that says, hey, we're going to get motor vehicle records on all of our drivers once a year and review them. And they give you a grading template to say, okay, these are the violations that would make them acceptable. They can have a max number of X amount of points, whatever it is, right? What we've seen is that as the years have ticked by here, especially in the last decade, the grading criteria is much stricter. Yeah. Certain violations that weren't a big violation maybe a decade ago now would be considered a major violation, and that driver would be considered uninsurable. So it has some pretty big impact on the operation. The carriers that actually look and rate on the motor vehicle records will do some funny things like, hey, he's your worst driver. You have a fleet of vehicles.
Yep.
He drives the same vehicle every day. We don't really care. We're going to put him attached to the highest rated vehicle you have.
Right.
And it generates the most amount of premium.
Wow.
Yes.
So they are trying to figure out on the insurer side of things how to balance it and get the most amount of premium. Unfortunately, because they're looking at it as an increase in exposure based on the driver's record.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Several speeding violations in our world is basically code for sooner or later that guy's going to have an accident. He's going to be at fault for it.
Right.
I'll tell you that in the trucking space, they look at no seatbelt violations.
Yeah.
As a driver that was speeding and talked his way out of it and got a no seatbelt violation.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
So there's certain markers that kind of are out there. And to your point, again, we hear it all the time. He's my best driver. She's my best driver.
Yeah.
They're an accident waiting to happen. So they may be making you more money now, but in the long run, they will cost you more money. Because the inevitability is if they get into an accident, then you're looking at auto rate increases that are going to overshoot whatever revenue they were able to generate for you.
That's a great point. Yes, exactly. What about people who have had a felony in the past? They've been doing really well for however many years. Are they insurable, people with felonies?
Yeah, depending on the insurer, you're usually a 3 to 5 year break from that, right?
Okay. Is that the same with DUIs too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. What do you think about companies that they really take safety issues at heart? They give a safety incentive to their drivers. They train them. They have dash cams. They monitor their GPS. They run background checks. They get the TWIC cards so that they can get onto bases and things like that. Is there incentive for that at the level of when you're writing a policy?
Yeah, so great question. They're my favorite clients.
Yes, I bet they are.
Do you know them? Send them all my way. I'll take them.
Yeah.
It does help, right? So there's certain things and again, as things progress and the technology becomes more broadly adopted and more economically feasible, there is an expectation on the insurance side of things that, okay, hey, if you're in this business and you tell us that you're in this business and you're safe, you're going to automatically do those things. You're not going to get a discount just because you're doing it, right? I would say that they look at it and say, here's the deal. If you have that, this is the rate. If you don't have that, here's your rate plus a surcharge for being not professional about it. It's kind of went that way. But yes, it definitely factors into it. What we like to do is get that total picture from folks about how they're operating. We ask those questions on our application. We talk about it because that allows us to create what we call a narrative that goes with the submission to underwriters. So they have a very good feel for how you're operating, right? We want to give them a really warm, fuzzy feeling about this is your business. It's your baby. It's how you've brought it up. It's what you're focused on is safety and performance. And then they will give you the best rate possible.
For sure.
If we're not doing any of those things, then it's just you're in the mix with everyone else, and you don't stand out and you don't get anything that's preferred. So
absolutely.